You have pictured it before, even if you've never admitted it. 2 eyes, a head, maybe gray skin, maybe green. Every alien you've ever imagined has legs to stand on and eyes to look at you with. But the real answer is far stranger than anything with a face. 2 respected scientists spent careers building opposite answers to this question, and neither is fringe. Simon Conway Morris, an evolutionary paleobiologist at Cambridge, spent decades studying convergent evolution, the tendency for unrelated species to evolve similar solutions to the same problem. The camera eye evolved separately in humans and octopuses, 600 million years apart, and both landed on nearly the same lens and retina design because that design simply works. Conway Morris argues this runs deep enough to matter on other planets. Given Earth-like gravity and chemistry, he suggests evolution keeps arriving at similar answers, because physics itself sets the boundaries of what works. In his book, The Runes of Evolution, he says he'd estimate, with reasonable confidence, that something broadly resembling a human could emerge again on another habitable world. Not because evolution aims for us, but because the rules of the game push towards similar solutions. Now the other side, just as scientifically serious. Biologist Jack Cohen spent much of his career advising science fiction writers on what aliens could plausibly look like, and with mathematician Ian Stewart, wrote a book making the opposite case. In their view, humanoid aliens are less a scientific prediction and more a failure of imagination dressed up as science. Earth itself already holds wildly different, equally successful body plans. An octopus has no skeleton and controls 8 independently thinking arms. A fungus can spread for miles underground as a single organism with no head, no eyes, no brain, and survive for thousands of years. If Earth alone produces that much variety under one set of physical laws, why would a different planet circle back to 2 arms and a head? This disagreement isn't about evolution itself. It's about how tightly physics constrains biology. Zoom out further, to the raw building blocks of life. Every movie alien is carbon-based, water-dependent, using DNA or something close to it. Astrobiologists call the assumption behind that choice carbon chauvinism, the bias toward imagining life exactly the way our biology happens to work. Carbon is excellent at forming complex, stable molecules, but researchers have pointed to silicon, sitting just above carbon on the periodic table, as a theoretical alternative that could form different biological machinery under extreme conditions, on a world far colder or hotter than Earth, where water might not be the solvent life depends on at all. None of this has been observed. Every argument you just heard comes from scientists reasoning forward from a single data point: life as it exists on one planet, the only confirmed example anyone has. That should change how you picture contact ever happening. You're not picturing a fact. You're picturing a placeholder built from the only reference your brain has ever had, the creatures already around you. Ask a child to draw an alien, and you'll get eyes and a mouth almost every time. Because a face is the only template evolution gave your species for recognizing another mind looking back. That instinct doesn't disappear in adulthood, it just gets more sophisticated. Your mind isn't built to generate genuine novelty from nothing. It remixes what it already has, which works beautifully for almost everything and works terribly for imagining life that evolved under rules Earth never had to follow. You can see this right here on Earth. Deep-sea creatures pulled from ocean trenches routinely look so unfamiliar that researchers struggle for comparisons. Translucent bodies, bioluminescent organs, eyes built for a world with almost no light. These evolved under the same physics, the same planet as you. If life this strange exists a few miles beneath our own ocean, imagine what several billion years on a different planet might produce. So, the honest answer to what alien life might look like isn't gray skin or tentacles or anything you could sketch on a napkin. It might be a Cambridge paleobiologist's prediction of familiar shapes converging toward hidden logic. It might be Jack Cohen's argument that we simply haven't stretched our imagination far enough. It might use a different molecule entirely, on a world where water was never part of the equation. Every side of this debate agrees on one thing your imagination has never quite sat with. Whatever it turns out to be, it almost certainly won't look anything like the picture already forming in your head right now. You have pictured it before, even if you've never admitted it. But the shape in your mind was never really a prediction. It was a mirror showing you the only kind of life your imagination has ever met.